welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're doing well. Welcome to another video and welcome back to my Steamy Lit book haul. Oh boy, you guys. It's wild. I didn't realize it was going to be so large until I laid everything out, and now I see exactly how large it is. So I have these sectioned off into two different stacks, books that I bought when I was at the event and books that I already had that I took to go get signed. And it's a lot. So I'm just gonna kind of quickly breeze through the books that I already had that I went to just go get signed, just so you can see the ones that I brought with me and the ones that I was able to get a signature on from the authors, and then we'll get into all of the books that I brought home. So without further ado, let's get into it. I guess actually before we get into it, I should probably explain Steamy Lit is a romance book convention. For this year, it was celebrating diversity in romance, and a whole bunch of authors, I think it was like 100 plus authors were there signing books. There was a lot of vendors and other things out there to take a look at and see, and it was just overall a fun, fresh time. Now for real, let's get into all of the books because we're going to be here for a long time. Okay, I tried my best to section these off with all of the authors together, but there were also some that I picked up from the same authors that I have here that are not going to be together, so just bear with me here. The first ones I want to talk about is the Bromance Book Club by Alyssa K. Adams. My cover of Undercover Romance is across the way, so I don't have that in that stack, but I did get that one signed as well. So these ones are all signed by Alyssa and personalized to me, so that's really incredible. I did love all of the books in the series, so I'm glad that I was able to bring these with me and get them signed. Also, she was so incredibly kind. We had a ball. It was called the Queen's Ball, where we got to go and dance it up and have fun, and I ended up dancing next to her for quite a long time, and we chit-chatted, and she was just so incredibly nice. So got those ones. I was also able to get a face-to-face with Allie Hazelwood. As you guys know, I did do an interview with her when I was a host for Season-a-thon, and I actually did 2 interviews with her, and she was so incredibly kind, and she knew that I was going to be there, and she recognized me, and we had a great little chat, and I was just so glad that I was able to take all of my books and get them signed. 2 of them I got signed and personalized to me, and then 2 of them are just regular signed. She was having a kind of like a limit to how many she could personalize, so I was able to get those 4 signed by Allie, and honestly, she was so kind. I can't believe how much she remembered. She was like asking me about Orion and about the puppies. She was so nice, so happy about those. I also took my 2 copies of Emily Rath's books to get signed. This one is That One Night and Pucking Around, the novella and full-length novel in the Jacksonville Race series. Again, these are signed and personalized to me, so I was really glad that I was able to snag these ones or get into her line at least, and I was able to pick up another book at her table as well, which I'll talk about in a little bit. I also took my Sierra Simone books to get signed. I've only read Priest by her, but I definitely wanted to get them signed just in case I ended up loving the other books. These ones are not personalized to me, so I don't think they are, at least. I think only maybe one of them is personalized, but American Queen is not personalized. I think actually, yeah, Priest is the only one that is personalized. And I did read this one and really enjoy it, so I'm glad that I was able to get those signed by her. And again, she was very kind. She was one of those authors that was like, she was standing the entire event. She was in heels. She stayed. She was the last person signing at the last day because she had this really long line and she refused to tell people that she wouldn't sign. So she stayed until every last person was done getting their book signed. She was so incredibly kind. Continuing on with multiple books from an author, I have Abby Jimenez. I have only these 2 that I owned by her previously. I did pick up 1 more when I was there, but I did get these ones 2 signed as well, and I have loved both of the books I've read by Abby Jimenez, so I'm so glad that I was able to get these ones signed and personalized. I think, yeah, signed and personalized to me. I'm a huge fan of Miss Abby now, and so I'm glad that I was able to snag those. I had 1 Nikki Sloan book that I had on my shelf, so I took the Pool Boy, and again, got a few more from her, but these ones are also signed and personalized. This one says, "Be reckless." I love that. I love when authors put a little extra touch in their books. I think that is so freaking cute, so I'm excited to get around to these ones. I just realized I'm not giving you any synopsis for any of these books. My apologies. Some of these, not all of these I've read either, so it's like I don't really want to give you synopsis if I don't know it. The next one that I have is Not My Type by Evie Mitchell. I have read Evie Mitchell in the past and really enjoyed her books. Almost all of her books had representation, and I saw this cover and I could not pass it up. So I snagged it before Steamy Lit with the anticipation of reading it before I went. I didn't get a chance to, unfortunately, but I did go and get it signed. This one says, Kaylani Badass. Oh yeah, I don't know what we were talking about, but somehow I got called a badass. She called me a badass. I don't know why, but she put that in my thing. Kaylani badass. Let Hot J show you the ropes by Edie Mitchell. So freaking cute. Again, she was so incredibly kind, and I had a great time at her table. And then the last 2 books before I get into my large stack, the reason that I went to Steamy Lit Con in the first place, let's talk about these 2. So I have Live Light Farms by B. Kate Borison. Again, I did get another book by her when I was in line, but I did really enjoy Live Light Farms. It's a 5 out of 5 stars for me. Great friends to lovers, fake dating romance, and I love that one. And then I also took Black Sunshine by Karina Halley to get signed. I did not get this one personalized because I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it because I didn't absolutely end up loving this book, but I did get it signed, so if I ever choose to let it go, at least it'll be a signed copy. Now, before we get into my newest acquisitions, let's talk about Kennedy Ryan. So, as you guys know, I bought the tickets to Steamy Lit Con just because I wanted to see Kennedy Ryan, and she was my first person that I stopped by to get signed, and thankfully, she didn't really have anybody in her line, and she was kind enough to sign every single one of my books, signed and personalized by Miss Kennedy Ryan. So I was so grateful. She was so kind to me. I've said it many times, but she did sign and personalize them to me. But she was so incredibly kind. She was so grateful for me bringing so many books, and she was just so patient with me, and I had a great time meeting her. So yes, I did get all of these ones signed by her. These were ones I already had in my collection, books that I had already sitting in my house, and then of course I bought a few more from her. So she was just so nice. I think I had like 19 books for her to sign, and like I said, she was so nice to me about all of them. So I'm not going to go through all of these just because maybe I will in case you want some recommendations for great books. We have the Kingmaker series by Kennedy Ryan. We have the first 2 books in the duology, and then the companion novel, Queen Move. We also have the Hoops series, first one being Long Shot, then you have Block Shot and Hook Shot. I have those same books in the illustrated covers, really, really gorgeous. My favorite so far by Kennedy Ryan, I have the Grip trilogy. So we have Flow, which is the novella, Grip, which is the first full-length novel, and Still, which is the conclusion to Grip and Bristol's story. I love this series. Up next, we have Real by Kennedy Ryan, which I loved. Another favorite from her. This one is a actor-producer romance. So good. And then the last one that I already had was Before I Let Go, a second chance marriage and trouble romance. So love this one as well. All right, those are all of the books I brought with me to get signed. Most of these I have read, some of these I have not, but these ones I brought. Let's talk about all the books that I bought. Okay, let's just get Kennedy Ryan out of the way. I did pick up the Hoops shorts. So the Hoops series, which is Long Shot, Block Shot, and Hook Shot. This is short stories in that series. I had been meaning to buy this for a while, but I just never got around to picking it up. And she had it at her table for cash only. And because I was one of the first people there, she was willing to sell them to me. So I did pick up that one. I don't know what the short stories are about, to be honest with you. I just know that it is short stories following those characters. Then we have the Grip series by Kennedy Ryan, the Steamy Lit Con special editions. So we have Still, which is the last book, Grip, and Flow. These are absolutely stunning. I am so glad that I was able to get my hands on a pre-order of these ones, and definitely one of my new prized possessions. I also picked up a series that I didn't own yet by Kennedy Ryan. This is the Souls trilogy. So we have, this is the 3rd book in the series, Refrain. Then we have My Soul. Oh my god. Oh my god. I just realized that this is part of the same world. This one follows Kai and Reeson. Reeson is Bristol's sister from, twin brother from the Grip series. I didn't know that this was their story. Oh my god. I got distracted. My Soul to Keep and Down to My Soul. I need to read these ASAP. Like literally right now. I need to read them right now. Oh my god. I didn't know that. I just picked them up because I didn't own them. And that literally is the best thing that's ever happened to me. Oh my god. Okay, and then I picked up Real by Kennedy Ryan, which is the Eternal Embers exclusive edition. This is like the disability version, and it's stunning. It's absolutely gorgeous. Love it so much. So when I saw it on their table, I could not walk away. All right, let's talk about the authors that I picked up multiple books from. So we have Abby Jimenez. I picked up The Friend Zone from one of the bookstores that was there, but then I also was able to snag the Steamy Lit Con edition of Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez, and it's absolutely stunning. It's so pretty, and it is, of course, oh, I just realized the regular dust jacket is on there. They just covered it up with the alternate dust jacket. So I don't know if I got this signed or if it was already signed. I did. I got this signed and personalized. So that's cool. I didn't know that the other dust jacket was under here. So if I ever decide to take it off, good to know, but I probably won't. Then I picked up books by Nikki Sloan. Like I said, I did already own The Pool Boy, but I picked up the rest of the books that were available for the Nashville Neighborhoods series. So we have The Architect, which I believe is book 3. The Frat Boy, which is book 4. We have The Doctor, which is book 1. And then Sword, which is outside of that series, but this is a book that was banned from Amazon. And I just couldn't help myself. I had to snag it. We have a little band stamp, and then on there it says to Kaylani, too hot for Amazon. So that was very cute. I did pick these ones up. I didn't pick up the next book in the Nashville Neighborhood series because it wasn't out by the time Steamy Lit Con rolled around, but I definitely want to pick up The Good Girl, I think is what it's called, because the cover is stunning. I also picked up some QB Tyler. Now you might be thinking, Kaylani, didn't you read a QB Tyler and like not enjoy it? Yes, you're correct. But did I pick up 4 of her books? Yes, you are correct. I picked up Always Been You by QB Tyler. I've heard really good things about this one actually, and I'm hoping that I will enjoy it. I don't actually know anything about these ones. I just know she writes all taboo, mostly age gap, if I'm not mistaken, romances, so I'm excited to get to that one. I also have a first semester. This is the special edition version. I don't know if she has all of these available or not, but this was at her table, so I snagged that. I also picked up Unconditional. I've heard fantastic things about this one, so I wanted to give it a go. And then I've also heard great things about Love Unexpected. This is the dark and quirky book box version, so I decided to pick this one up. I love this cover. It's eye-catching for sure. Probably the most books that I picked up by an author, and that is Sadie Rose. I met Sadie at a panel, and she was so incredibly kind to me. She was so nice. She was just, her and I were just chit-chatting, and I found out later that she was an author that was signing at a table, and I was like, no way, I'm gonna stop by. So I stopped by and I picked up one of everything that was at her table because I just wanted to support her. She was so kind to me. She was so incredibly sweet and so welcoming, and I wanted to show that same support. So I picked up, how do you say that? Ossender? You guys know how I am about reading out loud. So there's that. I thought I had found my salvation. I thought I'd finally found the source, that all would be revealed. What I found was a maze of lies and deceit. Ask questions, trust no one except Jessie. Ooh, that sounds really cute. Then we have Ablaze, which I believe is the next book in that series. She also had a Christmas romance, so I picked up Cole and Mistletoe. Like, look at this cover. Isn't it stunning? I, again, don't know what this is about, but I want it. I also picked up the books in her MC series, Motorcycle Club series. So I have To Writer with Love. It's like a really short baby novella. Very cute. We also have Writer, which is the first book in that series. Then we have Ink, which is the second book. And then Detroit, which actually just came out. And these ones are itty bitty, so I'm excited to give these ones a go. Hopefully I end up liking them, but I'm excited to read those ones. I also picked up Push and Pull, 2 books in a series. I picked up the original edition of Push and the special edition of Push, and then I also picked up Pull. So that was the last book that I picked up by this author, but they're all relatively short. They're all on KU. She is in the middle of working on getting audiobooks done for them, so I'm going to try to read them physically. If not, then I will wait for the audiobooks to come out, but I'm excited to support her and her work. The last author that I picked up multiple books from, and that is Chloe Leese. I did pick up books 1 through 3. I skipped book 4 because I didn't have it, and then book 5 of the Bergman Brothers series. I did read Only When It's Us, and I loved it, so I'm excited to move on with the rest of the series. All of the books in the series do have some type of representation or another, and I have absolutely loved what I've read from the author so far, so I'm excited to give this series another go. All right, I did try to, snoop around some of the other tables and pick up books by authors that I didn't know anything about, so I saw this one and I was like, the cover is stunning. What is it? And she was like, oh, it's a White Shoes bind up. And I was like, give it to me. So I picked this one up. I don't know anything about it. I just know it's White Shoes and it's a complete series set at a school. I love a good school setting, and I love a White Shoes, and I love the fact that it's a bind up, so I don't have to go out and buy multiple books. And this cover is stunning. So thank you. And then as I was walking past this author's table, this cover, it sucked me right in. So I picked up Exquisitely Broken by M.J. Granberry. Sure. I obviously didn't read anything about it. I just wanted the cover because it was stunning, and I wanted to support some more POC authors. But what happened in Vegas? Oh boy. A second chance to repair what was broken. Ooh, so it's a second chance romance. I don't know. I just want to read it. The cover, stunning. Thank you. The only other book that I picked up that I didn't really know anything about and didn't know the author was Behind the Mask by Nicole Banks. A book box was sitting outside. Nobody was signing, but it was one of the vendors there, and they were offering the special edition paperbacks of some of these books. And this is a serial killer romance, but both of the love interests are serial killers. And I was like, take my money, thank you. This is also electronically signed by the author, and it does have a alternate cover, and it has like a really beautiful quote on the back. So definitely one that I'm intrigued to get to. We also got some free books at Steamy Lit Con, so I will go over those because I obviously don't know anything about them since I didn't pick them myself. So we have The After Party. This is by A.C. Arthur. Right Girl, Wrong Side by Ginny Barrett. Sure. Happy Is Not Hiatus by A.C. Arthur. I didn't realize I had two of this author. Love that for me. West Side Love Story by Priscilla Oliveris. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. And then The Gay Best Friend by Nicholas D. O. Mizzi. Oh, just feast your eyes. I cannot tell you what that says. I did pick up a few books from a special edition book box, The Eternal Embers, the one that I picked up real from. They had a few bind-ups that I wanted to snag because they're absolutely stunning. So I picked up Beautiful Hearts Duet by Emma Scott. It has both books in here, and it's a stunning edition. I didn't realize until after I got home, but these are also signed by the author. So I didn't realize there's also an overlay. There's an overlay in here. Things you find out after you get home 2 weeks later from the event. Love that for me. So yeah, don't know what this is about, but the cover drew me in. And then I also picked up Wildest Dreams by Jonna Darling. I have read the novella in this story, and the full-length novel is called Dangerous Temptations, but this cover is just, it's everything I could have asked for and more. Again, it is signed by the author, and it did come with this really beautiful art print. So I'm excited to get around to the full-length novel in this series. From what I can remember, I enjoyed the premise of the story, so hopefully I end up liking that one. The last, like, traditionally published before we get into, like, special editions, I have Spoiler Alert by Olivia Dade. I was not able to get this one signed, but I did pick it up at the event. I had every intention of getting it signed, but Olivia Dade wasn't feeling well day 2, so she was not down there to get that signed. I also won a signed copy of Happy Place by Emily Henry. I put my name in a raffle, and I won the edition. So I truly love that for me. It is indeed signed by Miss Emily Henry, and I will take it. I love Emily Henry, and I loved this book, so I'm not mad about it. I also picked up book 2 in the Love Light Farms series by B.K. Morrison, In the Weeds. I did also get this one signed, so yay me. But I also bent it while I was there. I accidentally ran it over with my cart. So it's a little worse for wear. But the next book in the series, I'm really excited to get to this one. This was the fall romance, so sign me up. All right, I have 4 books left. So let's just talk about them as they come up. So we have this book by Evie Mitchell. It's called Wrath. It's the Nameless Souls MC. But what I love about this is it's actually a bind up of 2 books. And if you flip it over, there's another book on the other side. So it's stunning. It also has gorgeous sprayed edges. I do love a good motorcycle romance. This one says, Kaylani, the end of the world never looked so good. So that's what that side said, but she did sign on both sides, and this one says, enjoy the ride. So cute. So I love that. We also have a freebie that came at Sierra Simone's table. She was just giving them out to everybody that got a book signed, and this is Salt in the Wound. I believe this is a novella for the next book that she has coming out. I also picked up a special edition of Heartless Heathens by Santana Knox. This is a wide choose, kind of dystopian, lightly inspired by The Hunchback of Notre Dame. So I already read that one and enjoyed it. And then finally, the last book that I have to talk about is my bind up of Pucking Around by Emily Rath, a wide choose contemporary sports romance. This is the bind up of the novella and the full-length novel. It's chunky. It's chunky. The original book is 750 pages, and I got the bind up. And it's absolutely gorgeous. Literally so beautiful. And it is, of course, signed. I love that. Now, oh, I forgot I have these 2 books. Mostly because I'm not going to keep them, but these ones did come free in my little swag bag as well. We have Marriage Bargain with Her Brazilian Boss by Tara Pammy and A Game for Secrets by Zured Day. These are not really my type of romances, so I'm not going to keep these ones, but these ones did come in my swag bag as well. So that's everything. That's everything that I got signed and bought while I was at Steamy Lit Con. It was a lot. I definitely shouldn't have brought home that many books, but hey, it was my first time experience. I don't regret it. I had a great time. It was a wonderful event. Oh my god. It was a wonderful event, as I was saying. I had a great time. It was so incredibly well done for a first time event with so many people and so many vendors and so many authors. It was so well organized and I just had a freaking blast. I do plan on attending for 2024. Cross my fingers that I can get some tickets. But yeah, that is the entirety of this video. I really, really hope that you enjoyed it. If you made it to the end, leave a fire emoji because this whole thing was just so spicy and so fun and such a great time. So fire emoji if you made it to the end and don't know what else to comment, but I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and of course leave any comments, questions, and suggestions in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.
Baby, turn it down like a sweet already.